Wanted to cover Tesla a little bit today. Today they did close 265.25, and actually let me change that color from green to red. And due to the fact that 265.25 is not an actual good price for Tesla to be at, and the reason for that is actually, let me back up a little bit. But today they did go to 262.47, which was a crazy low after yesterday. Yesterday we did mention that anything below 270 is something where you should be shorting at, meaning going down with Tesla. Anything below 270 is definitely a confirmation that Tesla is weak right now and should not be able to go and reach 280. Now, anything could happen, yes, but the price action is telling us to short. So today they did actually try to bounce back up, and they reached 275.57, which is really, really good. But guess what happened? They actually reached a resistance line that we naturally, as day traders, they're going to see that and sell that off. And that's exactly what happened. Let me scoot up a little bit over there. And exactly from 275, dropped all the way to the bottom to the price of 265.25. That is not good. The reason for that also is because it reached, and it is currently at a supported level. What happens if a stock falls below a supported level? That will actually entail that it just lost buying power and actually does not have strength anymore to hold at that level. So if we actually zoom out a little bit more, how is that going to affect Tesla? What is the possibilities of the direction of Tesla? So this is not that little circle. Let me back up a little bit. This right here is where it's at, right? Now, if it breaks that, let's actually click onto this right here. If it breaks that, it has a clear runway to this right here. If it breaks that, it has a clear runway to go to 202. Now, not necessarily will it go to 202, but it has the ability to. So what will people do? They will short that all the way towards 230, 220 if it doesn't hold that supported line. If it doesn't, it shows weakness, then boom, we have a full clear runway towards 200. And that is pure money for anyone who's shorting below 270. 270 is the key area to hold. Monday morning, if it fails it. Tuesday morning, if it fails it, guess what? It will have the ability to see 202. That is pure money. $500 investment turns into $3,000 minimum on an options trade. If you know how to do options trade or trading, that is what you need to do. But everything could just flip-flop. Everything when it comes to technical analysis could just be avoided or honestly canceled. And that is something that it's very, very, funny to really think about, is that a lot of people who trade stocks and they're fairly experienced, they will say technical analysis, which is the creation of, graphing your stock, is not something that a lot of people should be paying attention to. But look at this. Let me show you why it actually works. So if I were to actually, so all those red lines that you see, basically this right here, that whole line, that red line right there, basically the one I'm pointing right there, the one I'm pointing here, this whole line, all these red lines are just graphing and seeing the highs and the lows, basically the behavior of your stock. So if you guys actually pay attention to this graphing here, let me zoom in a little bit more, you will see that it follows these patterns. So boom, it hit that red line, hit this red line here, it hit the red line right here, and it's just losing power, and then it goes eventually at this point. Now, it broke that line right there, which is a support line that we were speaking about right here, which is a current action, but previously, it hit and broke that line. And what happened when it broke the supported line? It went down here. It started moving, and then eventually it moved up to this section here. So now we get a little bit closer and trying to see the action and what's going on right now. We want to zoom in to the current action, which is this right in this section right here. So we see that it is naturally hitting the top right here. It's hitting the top right here. It also hit the low right here, and it hit this low right here. So what is it doing? It's hitting the supports. It's hitting the resistance line. This is a resistance right here, meaning that it can't go any further up. This is a support right here, that it can't go any further down. So it's just being played within this section. So what does that tell you? Okay, if I buy in this section, then I could sell it around roughly this height, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to wait on Monday and see if Tesla could actually support itself at that supported area, which is at 265. 265 is super dangerous, super important for Tesla to remain above. If it doesn't, that's why we are thinking about shorting, meaning going down with it. That's making money. You can make money going up or down, but you best believe, or you best know, the actual direction of Tesla. If you're just buying shares, then cool, you could hold it. Even if you're wrong, you hold it for 2 years and make your money back or whatsoever. But if you're doing options, you really need to be on the dot. You need to know the direction. So that's what we're waiting on Monday, to short Tesla and hopefully gaining all the way to 200. So